Hello, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation today. Do you know that feeling you get when your relationships are in harmony, when everybody is happy? There's a feeling of expansive joy, a feeling of calm, a feeling of safety. But if you've clicked on this video, chances are that something has happened with someone in your reality where there is conflict, there is no harmony anymore. And this is probably making you feel hurt, misunderstood, and also unsafe. And this casts a shadow on the other areas of your life. But do not worry, that is why I'm making this heart-to-heart video for you to solve this problem and to show you 5 ways in which you can mend any relationship, any conflict that you're having. And for those of you who are going to watch through the whole video, I'm going to give you a 6th bonus point, which is going to make the max difference. So remember, every human has an ego. I have an ego, you have an ego, and chances of egos getting hurt is pretty high as human experience. But if you continue to hold on to that conflict, it's not going to get any better. But if you do these 5 things and the 6th bonus point, you will mend the relationship. So let's look into the first point to remember. First point is that relationships are not here to make us happy. Relationships are here to make us conscious. Let me repeat that. Relationships are not here to make us happy. Relationships are here to make us conscious. Happiness is actually an inside game. We are all naturally happy, with or without relationships being in peace or not. But a relationship is the first mirror of your wounding that you grew up with, wounds, past memories, pain, traumas that you've held on to over your lifetime. So if you grew up in your life feeling misunderstood for being yourself, or feeling isolated, or feeling not good enough, or you carried some sort of trauma in your childhood or growing up, even in your earlier years, previous couple of years ago, relationships are the universe's gifts that come to us to shine a light on the wounds that we've held on to, because as we heal that wound, we actually discover our own natural happiness. We overcome our own suffering. So relationships are not here to make us happy, they're here to make us conscious. And if you have relationships that make you happy, those are just sprinkles on your cake of natural happiness. Natural happiness is always there for us. So don't shoot the messenger when there's a conflict in your life. Don't shoot them down and throw them down and hurt them. Instead, listen to the message. What wound are they bringing up in you? Are you feeling misunderstood, broken, not cared for? Look within and start healing that. So always remember, relationships are not here to make us happy. They're here to make us conscious. So thank the messenger. Take the message. So then this brings me to point number 2. By the way, if you understood that, just comment below saying, don't shoot the messenger, listen to the message. This brings me to point number 2. Subconscious communication. When you think of the person you're conflicted with and you have negative judgment and thoughts towards them because of what they did to you or said to you, they can sense it. And that pushes away the mending of the relationship to much more further in the future. If you can instead make a list of all the good times you've had with this person, all that you appreciate about this person, truly appreciate them in your heart, because everyone is naturally good. Everyone just wants to be loved and understood. So if you can look through past their ego and into the divine that lives in them and appreciate all the good times you've had with them, you will shift the way you feel about that person. You'll get back into your heart. And that subconscious communication, they will start sensing that there is a shift in your heart, that they will start feeling that shift as well. So make a list of all the good times you've had with them and genuinely appreciate that. Appreciate them, because that will change the subconscious communication you have when you think about that person. And they will sense it, because we're all energetically connected. Point number 3. I already mentioned that relationships are a mirror of your wounding. So if you are, let's say, trying to heal something with your parents or with your spouse, with someone you have a history with, where you had previous fights, previous painful experiences, as long as we hold on to the charge of the pain of those experiences, the unforgiveness of those experiences, the same stuff will keep showing up in arguments as you move on in your life as well. So a huge chunk of healing your relationships with your parents, a spouse, or someone you have a history with is actually to heal the charge, the emotions that you have from previous memories, whether you use pain body healing to do that, whether you use Ho'oponopono to do that, EFT to do that, whatever you use, release the pain, inner child healing, anything to release the pain of those memories. So you may remember the memories, but there's no longer pain involved in that. In fact, true forgiveness is when you can be appreciative of that experience because it helped you learn and grow. That is true forgiveness, when you actually have gratitude towards those experiences and towards those people. But if you can truly heal the charge of those memories and be appreciative of that memory, then what appears now in those relationships will be completely different. There'll be more love, more understanding, more harmony, because law of attraction and Ho'oponopono state that I am the creator of my reality. As I heal the seed of conflict within me, the conflict outside me also heals. So heal the fights and the previous bad memories through whatever healing tool, but heal that, because that will heal the relationship massively. Okay? If you got that, just comment below saying, I am healing. Okay, I am healing. Healing your internal world creates massive changes in the external world. But the good news is, when you heal your internal world, you couldn't care less if other people change or not, because you are that much at peace. Okay, this brings me to the fourth part, which is appreciate them if they're in your life right now. Maybe you meet them at office, or you see them all over your Facebook, or you live with them in your house. Appreciate the little things that they do. Instead of judging them constantly and picking on their faults, subconscious communication, flip the story and start looking at what good they do, what you appreciate about them, the smallest to smallest of things. Look for the light at the end of the tunnel about this person. This will give you a change of heart. And when there's a change of heart, there's a change of vibration, which changes what you attract in that relationship. So appreciate the good that is in them as you see them in your day-to-day life, if at all you see them in your day-to-day life. Okay? And now, fifth point. Send them appreciative thoughts. Going back to subconscious communication, we are all energetically connected. At night or in the morning when you wake up, send them some positive thoughts. So your heart chakra is open towards them and there's love. See, at this point you're thinking, oh, my ego is never going to let me send them thoughts and, positive thoughts, because you've not done your healing. So go back to the points I mentioned about healing the wound. When you heal the wound, you can come back to your heart and send them love, because love is the only truest healer. Because if there's conflict still and you're just on a surface level trying to heal it, the conflict is going to come back. So if you want to truly heal conflict, get back into your heart and shine that loving light towards them and send them positive, appreciative thoughts. Wish them well. Make sure that in your visions, you're seeing them happy, seeing them doing well. Because when you see their happiness, you're actually training your heart to be happier for them, and that will obviously mend the relationship, because everything is energetic. Even if they are not happy, you from your side bring happiness, shine that light towards them, because their subconscious will sense it, and they're likely to come back and create better experiences with you. And then we go to the final and the bonus point. Thus far, if you're liking this video, please give this video a like. Okay, like it right now, because that also lets me know that whatever I'm doing in my effort to help you actually is helping you. So make sure you give me that like so I know that I'm helping. Okay. The sixth and the most vital, the most important point, bonus point, is pick up the phone and call them and speak to them using the sandwich method. Now, if they're not picking up your call, so there's no way in which you can call them or communicate, then send them a SMS or talk to them directly in some way. If they live in your house, so send them an email. But use the sandwich method to communicate. If you throw your pain on them and they throw their pain on you, it's just a war of ego. It's not a war of spirit or heart. It's just ego. And ego is the most temporary things that totally corrode the relationship. So instead of having a war of egos, why not do the sandwich method, which is very simple. The sandwich method starts with you actually understanding them. So you write in your text or you speak out to them a positive statement first. That could be something like, hey, I absolutely understand why you feel this way. I truly get it, because everyone just wants to be loved and understood. say something to them that is positive first. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share. I absolutely understand what you're going through, and I totally get why you feel this way. Because if you put yourself in their shoes, being them from their background, their conditioning, you'll understand them quite easily. But you're not in their shoes, so you want to be in your ego and never understand them. Drop the ego for some time. Tell them, I absolutely get where you're coming from. So say something positive first. Then you put your point in the middle. So you sandwich your point and say, see, but here's how I felt, and this is why I said this, and this is why I felt this way. So say your point and then end it, sandwich it with another positive and loving point. Could be something like, thank you so much for hearing me out. Thank you for giving me the space to honestly share. Thank you for understanding. Any positive thought at the end, thank you. So what happens is, this way you're not attacking them, they're not putting up their guard, they're actually hearing you. And when you speak with sandwich method, do this without underlying resentment and anger. Do this purely with your heart. So heal the anger, do your ho'oponopono, do your mindfulness, do whatever you need to heal the anger, and then speak to them. And the chances of you mending your relationship after doing sandwich method skyrockets. So if you're going to do the sandwich method, one positive thing first, then your point, end with a positive thing, positive point. Type in the comments saying sandwich method. Okay, so I will leave you at that right now. Go ahead, comment below. What is it that you took back from this video? Because this is not just another video. This is serious coaching, relationship coaching that is going on here. If one person, somebody right now is watching my video, is really taking notes, is really going to internalize, is really going to make this the purpose of their life and heal their relationships. If that's you, just tell me below, what is it that you took back from this video? How is this going to impact your life? Write it down, because I want to see, I want to know if I've actually made a difference to you right now, if I've actually given you a key that you needed. So type in the chat below, what is it that you took back? I'm going to read it, of course. I will bless it. If I watch the comments within the first couple of days, of course, I will bless it. If you're watching this several years later, I will try to come and bless it, but you know that you have my blessings right now. On to you. Blessings for your relationship to mend and heal. I wish you all the best of your relationships, and remember, ego is not worth it. We will always have an ego. I will have an ego. You will have an ego. But to learn from it and overcome it one day at a time, even though I'll always be there, to treat it more like a friend than an enemy, to understand it and overcome it, is the whole purpose of life. So reminding you again, relationships are not here to make us happy. They're here to make us conscious. Relationships are the first mirror of our wounding. Thank them. Don't shoot the messenger. Hear the message. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. And namaste.